Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Cam Little will kick off for the Jaguars.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Jaguars 0. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8 Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
7 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On red. Turn, they say turn. Take right open.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 61 yards. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Pittman, 34 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Steelers 14, Jaguars 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Here we go.
They go play action with Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bashal Tootin, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Cam Little will kick off for the Jaguars.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers.
That good for 19 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
16-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Well, that's caught at the 25. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Josh Hines-Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They go with Edwards left side. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Lisa 24. Hey, Ginger, time.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. 27-yard line.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Hey.
Now Lawrence.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
13, Luke. Hey, Ron, 30 left. Touch.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence looking long for Thomas. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
On the red. Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, Lion. Silver.
Here's a give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Go, let's go. Go, street. Hey, I'm gun.
Lawrence will throw. Finds Tootin out of the backfield.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko, it's hot. 11. Hey, smash. Sink right. Here we go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll try to do it himself.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Go.
They're going to try and run. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Washington. And all the way
inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Steelers, first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
They'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This now a 3rd and 4.
Hey, go. Son, hurt. Sink right. Go. 13, Luke. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. He's got a man. Complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
26. Steelers 14. Cam Little to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Soko, it's a hunt. Hey, I'm gun.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this out to about the 40.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Boom, here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
That's to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
And the Steelers first down.
He'll look to throw.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Back to throw.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Edwards is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
It's a gain of a yard.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
2nd down, goal to go. Again, it'll be Edwards.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Circles, right? 11, again. Hey, kill! Go, go! Check! Take right open.
Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. Let's go. Hot. 13, move.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
Here's Lawrence. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And then we'll take over at the 29-yard line.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced